The Japanese YouTube community, everybody. Who doesn't love the fucking Japanese online fucking YouTube community? It's everyone's favourite. I mean, you know, it's not as if that this has been like one of the most fucking cancerous things ever to literally walk across the face of YouTube. I mean, it's been the greatest thing ever. This is Mars of Earth, one of the many test subjects that we're going to be looking at today, if I can fucking speak. And she's uploaded many good videos here, as you can see. But I think it would behoove me not to take a look at one of her more highest quality videos, which is her most recent upload, which is this one here, which is just I'll just play it for you guys and just sort of let you know, this is the sort of people who we're letting into Japan, guys. This is what's going on. This is the problem with Japan's fucking immigration system, is they let people in with fucking bachelor's degrees, right? Just because you have a bachelor's degree, right, doesn't mean that you're the most fucking intelligent person on earth or that you have a high-paying job or anything like that in the West. If anything, it means that you're probably even more fucking retarded. But, you know, nonetheless, I think it's a good idea that we go ahead and we take a look at this.
I just got told off aggressively in Japanese, but you know what? I understood it. I understood every word. I was walking my dogs in a park and they were going to the bathroom, in a place where they're allowed to go to the bathroom in this particular...
Oh, this is so fucking loud. Hang on, I'm going to turn this down because she's literally screaming in my ears right now.
Their park. But this lady was like, this is my favorite spot. Can you not? And so although we were technically allowed, this was her favorite spot, guys. And getting yelled at by a crazy old bata.
And she's happy that she can understand it, even though, like, what she said in Japanese was, これは僕のお気に入りの場所です。やめてください. That is fucking N5 level Japanese. That's not hard Japanese to understand. That's fucking easy Japanese to any fucking person to understand, right? But she thinks this is a fucking accomplishment. It's like, on the subject of dogs, like, this is like the equivalent of like being proud of your dog because they shat on the floor instead of the carpet. You know, like that's what we're fucking dealing with here, right? I mean, this is fucking stupid.
Like you broke the law, like she has deportation rights personally, is normally not a fun experience, but the fact...
I mean, I bet most Japanese citizens at this point fucking wish that they had deportation rights for every citizen that comes into their country. You know, like, when the bachelor degree immigration system lets cunts like this into the fucking country, and this is the problem, you know?
The fact that I understood every single word she was shouting at me, I'm gonna be riding this high all week.
You know what I mean? Like, so this person is like, she's not even considering, like, her fucking, you know, the issues that she has for other people, right? She's bloody, you know, she basically, you know, fucking, like, what she's doing is her dog's basically shit in the local park in Japan, right? And instead of being like, hey, maybe let's not bring our dogs to Japan and have them shit in the local park, you know, wherever the fuck I think they can shit. She's like, this Japanese girl got mad at me, but I'm entitled to this particular spot. You know, this particular spot in the park, I'm entitled to it. It's my spot, okay? I'm allowed to let my dog shit in this spot, okay? And of course, you know, lady was not a big fan of just dogs, you know, shitting in that particular spot. So she was like, could you not? And it's like, you know, and this girl, like, you know, and this girl's just like, oh, I mean, you know, like, yeah, you know, like, I'm entitled to this particular spot. And I'm just really happy that I actually fucking understood her Japanese. Like, you know, don't worry, love. I'm pretty sure the majority of Japanese you'll be speaking will be fucking doke, you know, fucking please leave Japan. You know, we don't want you here, sort of thing. So, yeah, well, yeah, just, yeah. And I mean, this shit just fucking goes on and on. I mean, we can have a look at more shorts here. This is the Amberlin Reed of Japan, guys. You know, right here. So, Japan is living in the year 3050. So, what's this? Holy fuck, I can't see the fucking video. YouTube is shit itself. Hang on. What the fuck is wrong with YouTube? Jesus Christ. Alright, here we go.
Recently, I need you to mind your business with what I'm about to do.
Yeah, just mind your business, guys. I'm just broadcasting this all over the fucking internet, but just mind your own fucking business, alright? Don't pay any attention to what I'm doing.
I'm taking a little Japanese study break, and I go to YouTube, and I'm clicking on the shorts, and I see a girl titled a video called Japan is Living in the Year 3060. And it was her just getting matcha from a tap. 8 million views. 8 million views! Matcha from a tap. Japan's in the future. Japan has discovered taps. How could the rest of the world possibly keep up? So if my videos start...
Like, isn't this what you're doing? Isn't this literally what you're doing? Isn't this your entire fucking channel? Why are you now suddenly coming out and saying, no, don't do that, guys, that's fucking ridiculous. That's entirely your channel. What is this shit?
Looking like... I'm gonna need you to just click like and mind your business. Buddy, if you live in Japan or have been here...
Oh my god. No, that's enough of that. Let's see here. She literally posted, this is the same girl who posted, like, a picture of a staircase in Japan. She's like, fucking hell, it's Studio Ghibli. Like, no, it's not, it's a fucking staircase. This is the sort of person who goes to Japan like, holy shit, is that a bin? In Japan? Like, that's what this person does. Oh yes, moving to Japan with my dogs. You know, this is the sort of person we're dealing with. I knew she was fucking moving to Japan. Like, I was only joking when I said that this person was probably moving to Japan with their dogs, but I mean, fuck, I've got some sort of third sense, guys. I don't know. POV, I'm 80 years old, but I woke up I woke up in my 29-year-old body. Well, I mean, I don't want to go there, guys. Let's IFYKY hashtag Japan life Canada plus Japanese couple. What's this about? I may be white, but I got a bit of Japanese in me. Okay, okay, alright, fucking Jesus. So this is the problem. This is the problem, guys, is you've got all these people who are going to Japan like, I'm fucking Japanese now. No, you're not. You're not Japanese. You'll never be fucking Japanese. Stop pretending to be Japanese. You're not fucking Japanese, okay? You'll never be Japanese. You're not fucking Japanese. Stop fucking pretending to be Japanese. And like, look, this is coming from a guy, right, who's had Japanese people say to me, like, fucking, you know, like, you're Japanese. Like, no, I'm not fucking Japanese. Stop calling me Japanese, okay? I'm fucking Australian. That's fine, okay? Why can't we just be comfortable in our own identities, people? Is what I don't understand. That's enough of that. We're moving on to the next. We're moving on to the next thing. Now we got here Nobita, the Japan reporter. Now this guy here is a very good guy. Basically, his entire shtick is pretty much beating the shit out of his own country. Like, I wish that I, as an Australian citizen, could go ahead and get like hundreds of thousands of subscribers by just coming to YouTube and telling people why Australia is a shithole. I wish that would be my whole fucking job, but nah, because nobody cares. Nobody cares about Australia, guys. So we'll just go ahead, you know, just move on from that. We've got great videos such as, is Japan becoming more xenophobic? Can Japan make immigration work? Japan's alarming concerns over racism. Does Japan's World War II ignorance really work? Fucking, can Japan solve the Gaijin kids issue? You know, it just goes fucking on and on and on and on. You know, behind Japan's rise of brothels for women, why American men disappoint Japanese women? Has Japan's DEI gone too far? From top tier university to porn. Why tourism anxiety is surging in Japan? The alarming surge of school bullying. Why Japanese girls swindle you? Why tourism doesn't benefit Japan? You know, definitely no conflicting messages here. You know, should we have a shitload of immigration and no tourism? I don't know, guys. Why Japanese TV is full of text? You know, I must admit, you know, I've seen plenty of Japanese TV, but I've never actually wondered to myself why Japanese TV was full of text. I've never fucking wondered about it. But here's Hatsune Miku. This one we've got to see. So let's go ahead and click on this one.
Japan's been overflowing with tourists because of the super weekend, as the number rapidly increasing. I noticed the Japanese media often report about them, sometimes quite negatively.
Yeah, I just don't know why they would report on tourists so negatively. I mean, you know, we viewed such sparkling characters as this character here, Mars of Earth. I mean, there's no way anyone. I don't understand why Japanese media would report negatively on tourism.
車道で優雅にモデルウォーキング。警備員さん大変そうだから、ルール守ればいいな。やはりマナーの問題、ゴミのポイ捨てであったり、
ゴミをポイ捨てするなどのマナー違反もあるんです。お隣の京都でもオーバーツーリズムの影響が出ているということで。
To be fair though, this is such a fucking this is such a first world problem. Like they litter. Like, okay, I mean, there's people being bombed in Syria right now, but I mean, you know, don't worry about that.
道にもはみ出して危険な状態です。そんな中、通りにはカメラやスマホを持って舞妓さんが通ると、
今舞妓さんに向けてかなり多くの外国人がカメラを向けています。今カメラを持った外国人が走り出しました。舞妓さんを追いかけてひたすらずっとついていっています。
I mean, that is fucking weird. That is fucking weird. Following the things like that. I mean, this is why I like to study Mongolian, because Mongolia is such a fucking rich country that is just untapped by this bullshit. You know, that's an Asian country that's just untapped.
There's nothing wrong with reporting that. The Japanese audience deserve to know.
Well, no, I don't think Nobutu would come out and say there's something wrong with reporting all this shit, because it's all his channel does.
But that type of news often make the perception of all foreigners worse, even the ones who have nothing to do with it. Gaikokujins, quite concerning. For example, ones who just arrived here yesterday, ones who have been working for Japanese companies more than 10 years, and ones who are raised here. Those three could be fundamental.
Yeah, as you can see, it's just problem after problem after problem after problem after problem after problem. Japan's fucked. Don't come to Japan. Japan's the worst country. Japan's racist. Japan's this. Japan's that. It's just, you know, like... Do people ever get tired of this? Like, this is the shit that this guy posts, and like, it's fucking all over YouTube. I genuinely do not understand it. Here's Matt versus Japan. Is Matt versus Japan a scammer? Gee, I don't know. This is the guy who literally walked around and telling everyone for years and years on end. Well, first of all, let's just establish some groundwork. This guy's Japanese is fucking amazing, guys. Ask Matt versus Japan. He'll tell you, right? So this guy basically has been, you know, running around on YouTube telling everybody how fucking great his Japanese is, pretending to have great Japanese by faking his subtitles. It's been honestly incredible. He claims that he fucking learnt Japanese by watching anime without subtitles. He fucking lied, okay? It's, you know, it's not a fucking secret. He learnt Japanese by basically studying fucking hard. And anyway, he definitely scammed a few people. He scammed a few people in the past. He's trying to make a return to YouTube after his career imploded. But honestly, mate, like, again, you're a ticking time bomb, you know, in waiting. But, it depends. Like, you know, he has come out and he has said, okay, maybe I was wrong when I said that I learnt Japanese by watching anime without subtitles. Yeah, that may have been a bit of a fucking lie. And it's like, yeah, just a bit, mate. That was just a bit of a lie. Yeah. Anyway.
Am I, Matt vs. Japan, a scammer?
Let's get into it.
You know what? Maybe I am. In these past couple years, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding me, and there's a lot of people saying a lot of things. And you know what? A lot of it is actually true. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I guess I thought that if I just laid low long enough, eventually the mistakes would blow over.
Oh, wow, who could have seen this one coming except me when I first saw his fucking YouTube channel back in the day? And I thought, what a fuckhead. You know, and then 5 minutes later, yeah, right, fucking 2026, guys, here we are. Am I a scammer? Am I a fuckhead? Yeah, I guess I am, yeah.
But I finally realized that some of these mistakes are so indefensible that they're never going to blow over, and I need to own up to them. So in this video, I'm going to lay out everything that's happened to me in the last couple.
I'm gonna put him on fucking 2 times speed because I can't stand this shit. Is it 2 times or do I want? Yeah.
Years surrounding all these controversies, and I'm going to let you decide whether you think I'm a scammer or not. So the first thing I should probably talk about is my partnership that I had with Yoga, also known as Lucas. So Yoga and I started working together in 2017, 2018, worked together for a couple years. It was going pretty well, but ultimately we had some disagreements we couldn't work out, and we decided to go our separate ways. But when we were deciding how to split up the assets that we had built up, we couldn't come to an agreement, and it ultimately led to a very nasty public split up. Now, I should have handled that situation a lot better, and a lot of what happened was directly my fault. But luckily, Lucas and I have since then actually made up and buried the hatchet, and we're now on very good terms, and I'm very happy to be able to call them.
Yeah, they're bosom buddies, guys. They're basically gay now, gay for each other. That's basically where we're at.
In the middle of 2022, I officially left Refold, and to this day, 3 years later, Ethan and the Refold team run Refold, and it seems like it's going really successfully. So luckily, that went well. But anyway, around this time when I had just started to meet Ken, started to talk to Ken, I was still in Refold, an incident that happened that I have to mention is that at one point I was having what I thought was a private conversation with another member of the Japanese language community, and it turned out that this entire conversation was actually getting recorded. So this was a 2-hour conversation that we had where I was speaking very candidly about my perspective being a creator in this Japanese learning space, and this conversation, was recorded without me knowing, and it was passed around, and it got into the hands of someone who really hates me. And this person took clips from this 2-hour long conversation and edited it into a video that made it sound like I was saying really terrible things, like I thought my whole audience was a bunch of whales that I could just milk for money by selling like crap products, and that I thought I was some kind of Japanese god, and I purposely try to lead my audience into thinking that I'm a Japanese god.
That is exactly what he said, guys, and that's the funny bit. It's like, I mean, he still kind of thinks to himself, like, I don't literally think that. It's like, mate, it's written all over your fucking videos in the past where you were like, yeah, I'm a Japanese god. I'm the best at fucking Japanese. Yada, yada, yada. This is what happens is, like, creators like this, they speak like, they know how to say konnichiwa. They know fucking one word of Japanese, and the audience is like, oh my god, his Japanese is so fucking amazing. I'll never be that fucking good. Oh my fucking god. He said konnichiwa. My fucking life is ruined, guys. It's not that fucking deep, guys. Seriously. This guy, you could probably have a fucking conversation with any Japanese guy, and you would hear in like the fucking first 5 minutes of the conversation, oh, this guy's not fluent at all. I can guarantee it.
Or something like that. Now, if you actually listen to the whole conversation in context, what I said was actually pretty mild, and so I've uploaded an entire 2-hour uncut recording of this conversation, the exact recording that went around. I have uploaded that on my second channel so that you can go and watch it and decide for yourself what you think.
Well, what he did say was like, oh yeah, fucking whales and shit. He did say something about like whales. So basically what he was saying was, it's like, oh yeah, You know, like, I know how to get the money out of the people who've got the big fat stacks, basically, is, you know, basically what he was saying there. Which is still pretty bad. That's still pretty bad. Like, you know, nonetheless, I mean, it's still pretty fucking bad for you to come out and say, oh yeah, so here's my business strategy for getting the most money out of the people who want to spend fat stacks. Oh ho ho. You know, like, probably not the best choice of words, Matt. Probably not the best choice of words. You know, when you make a business, right, you know, you don't, like, you know, yeah, you know, money is fine. You know, everyone's there to make money, but, like, you know, you don't have to be like, you know, you don't have to go full fucking mining company and tell everyone that they're replaceable, you know, like, and that we will replace you if we fucking feel like it. Maybe just don't do that. Not a good idea. Not a good idea.
Put timestamps to the sections that people usually like to quote as, you know, when I'm talking about whales or things like that. But anyway, going back to kind of the Ken thing, I just said we'll come in a little bit. But yeah, Ken and I got talking, we decided we were going to make a pitch accent course together. Making a pitch accent course was something that I had been wanting to do for many years because pitch accents...
I'm going to stop Matt here because pitch accent is the biggest fucking myth that persists within the Japanese online language learning space. So the biggest misconception about Japanese is that Japan has pitch accent like how fucking you know, like how Chinese has you know, tones in it. It's not that. Okay, what Japanese pitch accent actually is a different set of vowels that exists within the Japanese language that is shared with all the other Altaic languages that Japanese is related to, such as Korean, Mongolian, Turkish, etc. Okay, and these languages, okay, they have a pitch vowel system, okay, where different different meanings are derived from different vowels. So the common misconception is that we're taught is that Japanese has 5 vowels. It doesn't. It has 5 vowels plus a couple of different pitches of all those 5 vowels. So each vowel kind of pitches up and down. Mongolian has this. Korean has this. You know, all the other Altaic languages have this. This is something that's not strictly unique to Japanese. The problem is that Japan made anime, so people like this go, "Oh my fucking god, Japanese is so fucking unique, and there would never be another language like it." And it's, you know, they just ignore the entire Altaic language sphere. No, that's not a language family. That's not officially confirmed. No. The reason it's not officially confirmed is because everyone and their fucking grandmother speaks Japanese. Nobody fucking speaks Japanese, Mongolian, or Turkish, or any other fucking language like that. As soon as you go out and you learn those other languages, oh fuck, they're related. Wow, who could have fucking guessed?
Probably one of the topics that I'm most passionate about when it comes to how to learn Japanese, because it's something that I found out really late in the game, and I feel like if I would have learned about it sooner, it would have saved me a lot of time and effort. And also, when I went to go and learn pitch accent, I had a really hard time doing so. There were not a lot of resources out there, and there were a lot of things I had to go and find out on my own through a lot of hard work.
The reason why Matt versus Japan would have had a hard time learning pitch accent is basically because, ladies and gentlemen, it's pretty much because Japanese's pitch vowels or vowel harmony is hidden behind kanji, okay? So the actual pitch of the vowels are not actually written out in Japanese like they are in Mongolian, right? So you're basically trying to learn Mongolian where if Mongolian had a fucking Chinese writing script, okay? That's why Japanese is so fucking hard, and that's why pitch accent is so difficult. Because at least in Mongolian, the pitch of the fucking vowels that you're sitting there is actually told to you by the script that you're reading, right? In Japanese, it doesn't fucking do that, okay? So, you know, just a little something to keep in mind. Now, I know that many people out there are like, what the fuck is he talking about? See, that's the thing, is unlike Matt versus Japan, I actually, you know, bothered to, you know, have an actual functioning brain. So, you know, that's why I tend to, you know, be able to work this sort of stuff out.
And I felt like I kind of come up with my own unique framework for teaching pitch accent, and I could do it in a unique way that would provide a lot of value to people. Now, I want to say up front that, of course, there's also Dogen's pitch accent course.
And of course, this is exactly what he does, right? You know, of course, this is what does any fucking cunt who's learning Japanese, every fucking, you know, why is the Japanese online language learning community so terrible? Because cunts like this come across Japanese as vowel harmony, and they're like, instead of like trying to dissect it and be like, I wonder what other languages are like this, you know, and I wonder if there's any other languages that are actually like, oh, Mongolian. Instead of doing that, he's like, how do I make fucking fat stacks out of this? You know, like, not the best business strategy. Not the best business strategy. Maybe come up with a new fucking business strategy, guys. I don't know.
Pitch accent course is really good. I would recommend anyone interested in pitch accent to go check it out. But the course that I had in mind was a little bit more comprehensive, where it doesn't just give you the knowledge, but also helps you kind of train your ears and train your mouth and things like this, and also goes into even more nitty-gritty details that Dogen doesn't go into yet. So it wasn't meant to kind of replace Dogen's course. It was kind of just supposed to be fill a different kind of place in the market. But anyway, Ken and I went on to make this course. It was called Project Uproot, and it had a couple different components to it. One of the components was just video lessons, where I'm sitting in front of a digital chalkboard and teaching the concepts of pitch accent according to the framework that I came up with. All in all, there ended up being 48 of these video lessons that added all up to over 15 hours.
So you can see here quite clearly he's mapped out all of the Japanese vowels, okay? All of the hidden vowels that are in Japanese, right? He's done it. He's done a good job. He's mapped them all out. He just doesn't know what to call them, right? Because he's a fucking idiot. That's the thing. Is Matt versus I fucking wear a fucking special helmet. You know, like, because he's that fucking dumb, he doesn't know anything, you know, He doesn't know anything. He doesn't know anything about languages. He doesn't know anything. He only ever learnt one language because, dude, I watched anime once and it was the coolest fucking thing ever.
Hours of content. There was also chorusing audios, where these are basically audios that used example sentences that we created based on the video lessons that were read by a native speaker, and they were edited in such a way that you could use them for chorusing very easily, and to train your mouth and train your ears. We also had Anki decks that we gave out to students that taught you the pitch of the most common words in Japanese, and then also we had live sessions where Ken and I would be joined by a native speaker, and we would have the students actually do exercises where they would test their pitch perception and actually speak Japanese, and then we would have the native speaker correct their Japanese.
Oh, I knew that was fucking Ken Cannon. I knew this guy here was Ken Cannon, the guy who spoke the fake Japanese in the fucking supermarket. And he was like, Matt was like, doko dea desu ka? And the fucking subtitles would be like, yeah, we're looking to make Japanese friends. Like, huh? What? That's not even remotely close to what fucking Matt said.
And so we designed this course called Project Uproot. We spent almost a year kind of planning it and things like that. And then in January 2022, we finally officially launched it. Now, the deal that Ken and I had was that I was going to mostly make the content of the course, and Ken was mostly going to be in charge of marketing. And at this point in time, it was already set in stone that I was going to be leaving Refold in a couple months. And so this course basically had...
Yeah, well, you know it's a good idea when the guy who fakes Japanese is going to be in charge of marketing. Like, you know it's going to fucking end well.
To be the one thing that was going to be financially supporting me for the next period of time. I was really putting all of my time and effort into this course, and I really wanted to make a lot of money off it. So I told Ken to design the marketing in such a way that we would make as much money as possible.
Yeah, the train is on the tracks, ladies and gentlemen. It's going straight towards the World Trade Center. This will be good.
This really led to probably the biggest mistake that I've made in my life thus far, which was marketing this course in a very terrible, off-putting...
Whoops! I did a bit of a whoopsie-poopsie. I did a bit of a fucky-wucky. I did a bit of a shit on the carpet, guys. Oh, whoopsie-poopsie.
Obnoxious way. So basically, we designed this whole marketing strategy that was designed around building false scarcity, building fear in people, making it, going against all the principles that I've always had on my own YouTube channel, where we're making it sound like this one course that we're selling is the only way to get a perfect accent. We have some magic secret that other people don't have. You can get a perfect accent in only a couple months using this course. If you don't get it, then you're going to sound bad in Japanese, and Japanese people aren't going to like you, and you're only going to have one chance to buy this course. And basically, we tried to press all of people's fears buttons and FOMO buttons, and basically just get people, as many people as possible, to want to buy this course. And this led...
This just sounds like just Matt versus Japan on a fucking Tuesday. Like, this marketing course doesn't sound like anything unique. It just sounds like Matt versus Japan when he fucking does anything. Like, any fucking video ever. He's always, like, he's toned it down recently, but back in the day, he was all, yeah, so, bros, like, I'm a Japanese god, and and the fucking best at Japanese, and it's like, I just want to, oh my god, every single time you hear him fucking speak, you just want to fucking, like, hit your fucking head on a railroad spike.
To a huge backlash in the community. Understandably so. First of all, just because inherently the marketing was very terrible and off-putting. But second of all, it was completely against my own personal brand. I was always about talking about how you don't need to spend a lot of money to learn a language. I actually had criticism.
So this is the fucking, the Japanese online language learning community, guys. This is the actual fucking state of it, okay? It's just, you know, like, I cannot, it's just full of fucking degenerates like this, you know, and it's just, oh god. Anyway, Matt's back, and he's back with a fucking... You know, he's back with a fucking vengeance, guys. Matt is back within the fucking community, and it's just, oh god. You know, what grand plans has he got up to this time? What fucking grand plans? Yes. Straight away, the language school that teaches adults to learn like babies, and it's like, oh, for fucking, oh my god. Like, you know, it's, like, just... You know, this is the shit. This is the problem with the language. Like, you're going to learn like babies. Yeah, there's only one thing. You're like a fucking 45-year-old man. Like, so, you know, like learning like babies. I don't know. You know, a bit of a fucking backwards ass approach if you ask me to learning a language. But hey, what the fuck do I know, right? You know, I'm just a fucking idiot. I haven't got a fucking successful YouTube channel like Matt vs. Japan with 250,000 subscribers. You know, and I haven't fucking told my audience that their Japanese is shit and I'm a literal fucking god at Japanese. You know, I haven't had a chance to do that yet. I guess one day, guys, one day it'll come. One day it'll come where it's my turn, my time to shine, guys, and my time to come onto YouTube and pretend that I fucking know everything there is to know about Mongolian. Oh no, it's X chapter. Oh god, not X chapter. This is X chapter. He's been living in Japan. He's been living in Japan for about 15, 20 years. Worst country on earth. Worst country on earth, guys. Literally the worst fucking country on earth. This video is good. This one's good here. The types of foreigners that you will meet in Japan.
Foreign residents.
Oh my god.
There are certain types that, yeah, everyone kind of seems to run across during their time here in Japan.
It's just peak main character syndrome, guys. All the fucking cunts that go to Japan, it's just fucking peak main character syndrome. It's all about me.
Start off right with probably everyone.
And it's all fucking cunts like, oh my god, I've had to work fucking 3 hours today. Oh my god, I had to sit down and fucking write paperwork. It's like, oh Jesus.
And that is the curmudgeon. The person who everything about Japan is a negative. Nothing here is something that they can say a good word about. Everything is just, oh, this is terrible, and society is this, and the people are that, and I'm a slave in my work, and oh, everything's terrible.
Yeah, he's saying this. Anyway, here's a video where I talk about the terrible foreigners you'll meet in Japan. The guy who complains about everything. That's like everybody on YouTube. Like, that's all of you. All of you guys ever do is complain about Japan. That's all you fucking do. Nothing is good about Japan for you guys. You never fucking talk about any positive aspects about Japan. You go to Japan and fucking, oh my god, I saw a rock in the street. My fucking career is ruined.
And I just think to myself, why are you in Japan then? Like, what is it about this country that makes...
I don't know, X-Chapter. Why are you in Japan? It's fucking perplexing to me. I don't know why you bother staying there.
you stay here? Now, I want to try to not get too much into stereotypes or caricatures. I'm going to try to keep these profiles to people I've met personally, or I've talked to other long-term foreigners like myself.
Yeah, try not to do that. You've only got about 15 different stereotypes here that you'll be listing in this video, mate. Yeah, try not to get into too much stereotyping here. We wouldn't want to, here's the 15 types of foreigners you'll meet in Japan.
Often we all agree that these people exist, and the curmudgeon is definitely someone we've all met. Some of them might be trapped in Japan because they came here on an English teaching job.
I must admit, I've never met a curmudgeon. I've never met a curmudgeon, the Japanese complainer. I've never met that person before because most of the people I meet in Japan, in real life, I've never met them. Probably because the people who think that Japan is a terrible country, they don't stay there for very long and they don't like the country. So,
As I was saying, in my experience, I feel like generally these people would be unhappy.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't want to be talking to a tunnel, mate. That'd be terrible.
Anywhere they are in the world, even if they've never left their hometown where they grew up. To which you might be thinking, well, Paul, you're making a list about foreigners in Japan you'll meet, so this doesn't sound very specific to Japan. You just said I can meet these people anywhere in the world. And I think that's true. We can all meet a curmudgeon anywhere in the world. But in Japan, it takes on a different edge simply because if you're a foreigner who lives in Japan, the vast majority of us are here.
In Japan, it takes on a different edge because anime makes fucking everybody go, oh my god, Japan, look at that!
Because we genuinely like life here. We've chosen Japan as a place we want to live because it's special to us for some reason. And so, while I do believe anyone should be able to complain about the country they're in or the country they're from, certainly complain about America to me as an American, I'm fine with that, but when you're suddenly cornered by one of these people and they have nothing good to say about Japan, and you yourself tend to believe that Japan is a wonderful place, you find yourself trying to figure out, how do I extricate myself from this conversation? The thought starts to become, how do I get myself out of this situation? Because, Japan isn't perfect. Not everything I might say about Japan is glowing rainbows and unicorns, but still, it's like getting stuck talking to a person for whom nothing is good and nothing is right is not a very pleasant experience. The second person I'm going to talk about is somewhat related, but not always negative about Japan. But they are the Japansplainer. The person who is going to basically jump at you and be like, oh, you know something about Japan? Well, I've been here blah, blah, blah years, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know about this place.
Well, that's you. That's you, mate. That's literally you. That's your entire persona.
Long-term foreigners, we've all met this person, and they exist online in the YouTube space as well.
Yeah, do they fucking ever exist? Oh my god, yes.
Probably saying, well, wait a second, Paul, you're putting out YouTube videos about Japan.
Yeah, Paul, oh my god, Paul, have a moment of self-awareness here.
Mansplaining, right? I guess that's fair. To be honest, a lot of these profiles I'm going to be going over today, I can kind of poke fun at myself with because I am some of these things to one certain extent or another.
Well, yeah. Really? Really?
However, when it comes to the Japansplainer, for me, the difference between what I do and what a Japansplainer does is, in my mind, the definition of a Japansplainer is someone who's very prescriptivist. They know what's correct. They believe they have the knowledge, and they're going to impart that on you and dare you to disagree with them. For me, when I do this channel, I try to make it clear that everything on here is my opinion, from my experience, sometimes crowdsourced from other people's experiences, like today's video.
Oh my god, it's just like my opinion, guys. It's just what I think and what I'm stating to believe to be true, which is just like my opinion. It doesn't mean anything. These guys, they're completely different from me. They state that they know. They're not stating an opinion. They say that they know. And it's like, what the fuck is the difference? Like, you're coming online, you're on here, you're saying, this is what I think to be factual. Okay? That's exactly who you are, mate. There's no separation. There's no separating the two, I'm sorry.
Actually, I did a lot of crowdsourcing for this because, well, I wanted to talk about things that many foreign visitors, because I wanted to talk about things that many foreign residents have experienced, the people that we've all seem to have met, right? But I won't tell anyone who's watching this video, or any of my videos really, that I know everything, you should believe everything I say without critical thinking, and that you should believe as I believe, because that's, I do think I'm right sometimes, but I know that I'm not always right, and that my experience isn't always generalizable for everyone who lives in Japan. And so,
I'm not telling everyone to just fucking agree with me and all that sort of stuff and agree with me. I'm just telling you exactly what I think and exactly what is right, and and exactly what, it's perfect, guys. It's perfect.
I want to just make that clear. So for me, a Japansplainer is someone who comes at you because they know better than you, and they're going to let you know exactly what and how they know better than you. That is overbearing, pretty much along the lines of the curmudgeon. You also kind of find yourself wanting to extricate yourself.
All right. That's enough. That's enough. I've had enough. I'm going to give myself a brain aneurysm.